Good day, friends. It is me, HLModTech, and I'm back with another fun, fast Tinkercad tutorial. So let's get cracking. Friends, today we're going to start on my website, HLModTech.com. Of course, I have a page dedicated to Tinkercad with so many amazing categories. Down below, you'll find the Day 1 Favorites, Useful Starters, and Tinkercad Essentials. Today, friends, we're going to talk about the Tinkercad Chain Project. This is called the Keep the Chain Going project. You can hit copy and tinker to see all the chains that have been completed. If you click this button, you'll find how to make a gradient link, the form for sharing your link, and how to share if you need more tips. Now, before we click anywhere else, I do want to remind you about the golden rule of Tinkercad. Before you ever copy and tinker, make sure you give a reaction. Now, once again, you can check this out, but I'm going to show you how to make a cool design from scratch. We are going to use a cool part in it though, so I'd like you to click on the HLMT23 new shares link. The new shares right now include my cool little F1 car. This is for a contest that was created by Cyan Designs. Today also includes a fun hot chocolate domino project. This looks really sweet, but for me to test the project, I need a share link. I will see if I can find a way to reach out to Kawaii Girl and get a share link so I can check out her awesome project. Of course, this is also an awesome way to find the Tinkercad TV episodes, notes from me, and even the Saturday gallery shoutouts. Don't forget the cool stuff from the Margraves. Of course, while you're here, check out the sweet designs. That is so cool. Thank you so much, Sonic the Hedgehog. Also, a Joey I Don't Know project. That is awesome as well. As promised, I check this every day and I give these reactions. ZDP, that is a fantastic bicycle. We also have a cool new share from Sarah Kath. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Check out all the epic details, and don't forget, you can always right-click, open in a new tab to see all the amazing designs that the users have created. Note, friends, this one is set to copy and tinker, so remember, always follow that golden rule of Tinkercad. Give a reaction before you copy and tinker. Today we're going to make a really fun gradient, and I know it was ZDP that created it. So I'm going to use that same trick to go into ZDP's projects, and you can see he's got some awesome fun ones that uses the Tinkercad colors, but I want to find his epic camouflage gradient. Once again, set to copy and tinker. So of course, before I copy and tinker, I'm going to follow the golden rule, give a reaction, and then finally enter the project. Of course, this is what the gradient project looks like. We've got woodland, desert, navel, rainbow, and loud. Super awesome. I'll show you how to ungroup these and play with them later. Right now, I'm going to grab them all and I'm going to hide it, and let me show you the project we're really completing. Let's start by naming it. I'm going to call this link, and I'm going to put my name after it. You can put your name after yours. We are going to build with the awesome bent pipe. Click over here on search and type bent, and it will show up on the screen. When you bring it out, we are simply going to change some parameters. This helps us all have the exact same design. Start with circle, and then we're going to do 6. We're going to keep the 3. We're going to make the arc diameter 18 and press enter. The bend angle is going to be 180 degrees. Press enter. And then these are going to be changed to 10. Press enter, and 10. Press enter. That, my friends, is our chain link. We need 2 of those, so do Control D. I'm going to move it away, and I'm going to click the awesome mirror tool. Now I'm going to hit the work plane, which is the letter W, and I'm going to click right here, click on the second one, hit D to drop. Now we want these lined up. I'm going to put the work plane back down on the ground, select them both, choose L, pick one of them, and say middle. Bingo, you've got a chain link. Select them both, and do Control G to group. Friends, this is going to be an inverse hole. Watch this trick. Bring out your cube, get it close so you can see that there's padding on both sides. Stretch it past, and then let's grab that all and do L for a line. And we want the middle. Let's look at it from this corner, and we want the middle, and up and down we want the middle. I'm going to click on this and make it a different color. Now let me show you why real quick. When we select these, there are two shapes, and we're going to do Control G to group. Now the reason I did with that was so you could see the red line of it grouping. When you do that with a red box, it's harder to see. Now we're going to make that a hole. Believe it or not, friends, we are ready to play. If you bring back your cool textures, pick the one you want to use. Let's do Control D. Bring it out. I'm going to make a copy of this, so I've got two of these. And now I can bring my cube over, and I simply want to use the black handles to stretch it so that it fits. There's that black handle, so I'm making sure it's inside the design. I'm going to quickly take that and do L for a line, and let's make sure it's centered. Centered. Of course, I love using the view cube to find this center. And if we do Control G, are you ready for this? We have got a fun naval camouflage link. How cool is that? Now, if you want the pattern to stay the exact size, watch this trick. Let's do Control D, and this time let's ungroup, and let's make this piece quite a bit larger so that we're sure that the entire bricks can go inside, but we can have them fit the size we want. So I'm making a lot more hole for cutting. I'm going to click on this and do Shift Nudge to get it out of the way. And then when I select through here, we'll notice that we have two shapes, which is perfect. And we're going to hit Group. Once again, you've got the red lines for a second. Now we can make it a hole. And now watch this. I'm going to use the funky rainbow one, Control D, Shift Nudge to move it in. Let's make sure it gets to the bottom. Yes, it does. So now I can just nudge that forward until it's at the edge. And then I want to put them side by side. Now it memorized the move. That's why it jumped so far. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to hide this. And let's make this smarter. I'm going to just do Control D. If we put the work plane right here, we can hit D to drop. And it's the exact right spot. And I can do Control D again. I'm going to put the work plane on this side. Grab all three. Notice it says three shapes. Control D and D to drop. Press Control D one more time, and bingo, we're all set. If we click Show All, you can see that covers the chain completely. And finally, we can do Control G. It will take a moment because this is pretty complex. You can see it right there doing the work. I'm going to put the work plane down on the ground so it looks cooler as it does the cutting. And bingo, there is our cool camouflage gradient, this time with the cubes actually lined up. Of course, once you've got your fun link created, you do need to add your name to it. I'm going to cruise the text right out here on an angle. It does take a moment for it to land because these camo gradients are really complex. Once it does land, I really want to keep that work plane. I accidentally clicked somewhere else. Let me show you how to get it back. We're going to click right here so that way we've got the right scale that we want. Now I'm going to do Alt-Shift so it scales around the middle. That way it fits the way I want. I'm going to make it a color that shows up with all these funky colors. That white is pretty darn decent. Then I can push it in so it spreads across. And I'm going to type my words. I'm going to put HLModTech. And now I'm going to squeeze it this way. Notice I don't have to hold Alt-Shift because I want to just make sure it fits. But I do want it poking out. And then so it cuts the exact right way. Watch this. Work plane on the ground. I'm going to lock this just because it doesn't matter. And I'm going to ungroup this. Notice it does take a moment because this is really complex. And then I'm going to hide this even though I locked it just because it makes more sense. And from the top, I'm going to grab all of those parts. Notice this time it's 11. Last time it was 10. And when we hit group, be patient. This is really complex and does take a moment. But check it out. There is our fun project with the words actually the exact same size. Note you may have to turn on multicolor to get it to show up. That's what it looks like if you don't have it. So that is how you make a link. Add your name to it. The next step, of course, is to share it with me. If you're going to share it with me, we don't need all of this. So I'm going to just delete those. If I ever want them back, I will get them again. I'm also going to do show all. Of course, I'm going to delete that one as well. Friends, the less you have in the project when you share it, the better it works. I do also want to remind you, make sure you keep your link the same size. Real quick reminder, visiting my website, you can find that chain project. Once again, open the properties. Right here was how we made the link. Right here is where you share the link. Click here, generate a link, copy that, and then paste it down here. I'll show it to you in this project. Bingo, bango, bongo. Once that link is copied, you can close and you can paste it right here. Of course, you can tell me any kind of comment here, and it also does not hurt to let me know who it is that's submitting it. Once you do that, I automatically get access to the link. Once again, thanks for following the steps. Don't forget you can also add notes in here to go along with the project. If you don't want to use the form, I will give you one more way to share it. First, I like to make the background colors something different. I'm going to go with this purple. I'm going to get rid of the grid, and this is just so it looks a little bit nicer. And then we simply back out to the Tinkercad workspace. Absolutely love this view right here, but what you do is click on the design properties. Of course, make sure it has a good name. Give it some sort of description. Of course, mine always mentions there's a tutorial coming soon. I also give a link to the HLMT23 search. And once again, cool ways to reach me. You can add some tags about keep the chain going and call it a chain. But then the one that lets me see it is if you type HLMT23 and press enter. As I showed you, that's how I check the designs. Of course, make it public. And then because you want me to be able to copy it, do attribution share alike. I, of course, am going to choose attribution no derivatives because I don't want you to copy it. I want you to come up here, follow that tutorial, and gain the epic skills. Lastly, hit save changes. Friends, as I wrap up, I do want to take a moment to remind you about my website, HLModTech.com. Of course, I have got a tab dedicated to Tinkercad with tons of amazing categories. Also down below, you'll find Day 1 favorites, useful starters, and the Tinkercad essentials. Finally, friends, don't forget in the corner there is a sweet built-in messaging tool. You can click that button, add your question, comment, or suggestion, and reach me almost instantly. Friends, I do also want to recommend the link to the Tinkercad Community Discord. As you can see, there are a boatload of members, and it is a fantastic place to talk everything Tinkercad. Finally, friends, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Please also hit that share button so more people can learn about HLModTech. Of course, friends, you absolutely make my day if you take time to leave a comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.